Hey guys, if you're new, welcome. You're a returning subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be talking about why I got married at the age of 21. I was jobless, I was still in school. If you don't know, I am based in the north, Kaduna State to be precise, and Northerners are known for early marriage. I am not talking about those child abuse and all of that. I'm talking about early marriage from 18, 19, 20. Growing up, I saw my friends got married at 21. I saw them have kids by 21. They're already having kids. I know of a particular lady that presently she has about 5 children and she is just 25. She's done with her school, like has skills, has a business, has 5 kids. If you see her first born, you think they are like he's a younger brother or they are age mates. And I really, really admired that for myself. Hence, I got married early. It's one of the reasons why I got married early was because, please, there was no pressure from anybody, like my family. Not my family, but I would say there was a bit pressure from friends. Any topic you guys talk about now, one way or the other, will have to end in marriage. You always hear something like go and get married. There was a bit of pressure from peers, from my friends, but I know I wanted to get married early, have my kids early, graduate, start a job. Like if you are lucky to I call marriage lucky because no matter how you successful you are, you can still end up with a bad spouse. No matter how good you think you are, you can still end up with a very bad spouse that will just change your life. And no matter how bad you also think you are, you can get lucky to have a man or a wife that would accept you for who you are and see you through the good parts of life. What I wanted was get married early, have my kids, graduate, go for my masters, even though it wouldn't have been easy. If you have your spouse's support and patience, I think it will be way more easier than having a spouse that is not supportive at all. They said two heads are better than one, right? Would I advise anyone to get married at the age of 21? Yes. I would advise you to, if possible, get married earlier than 21. You can get married 18, 19, 20. Get married at the age of 21. I do not believe in enjoying life, because when we say enjoy life, most times what it means is having to flirt around. It may not sit with a lot of you. When we say enjoy life, it means test the waters, like, and flirt with men, test different men, see how different men feel. That is what we mostly think about enjoy life. I know we would want to sugarcoat it with enjoy life means traveling around. How many of us can afford traveling around? How many of us can afford trips, girls' trips? How many of us can afford buying a car? How many of us can afford traveling to different countries? If we want to be truthful to ourselves, you would see that 90% of us cannot afford that. When people say enjoy life before you get married, it just means have different boyfriends, have different men spend on you. I wanted, and I have been praying, I had been praying, or I was praying to get married at the age of 16, because I finished my secondary school at the age of 15, 16. So I was saying, okay, if I finish then, before going into the uni, I'll get married and like grow with my children, grow with my husband. That is if you have a responsible husband. If we say have money, enjoy life first, that does not guarantee you to end up with a good man. I know of a good number of people that were already successful to an extent, like they had a job, had businesses that was bringing money, but ended up with a bad man and they lost everything. If you do not know yourself, if you do not understand yourself, that is where I think the problem is, and not you being jobless or something. Yes, having your money as a woman is very important in marriage. I will not even dispute that at all. But you should pray to have a good man, a man that has a good heart, a spouse that has a good heart. Because you see someone that is successful, that has her money, is educated, a graduate, is working, has a business, ends up with a bad man, a bad spouse, or a bad man. She will end up losing all of those things she has had or she has worked for in her single days. And you see someone that goes into the marriage being naive, doesn't have shrink mind to her pocket, will end up with a good man, and that person will become successful. That person will end up being more successful than one that got married while being successful. Because if we want to say have money first, have this first, how sure are you are destined to even have money? How sure are you are destined to make the money now? It is possible that marriage will bring blessing of money. So if you keep putting your marriage on hold, it means you're putting on your chances of making money too on hold. You're taking it further. Do you get what I mean? Now I know of other people too that got married as they were successful already before they got married, married a bad man that wiped everything from their account, stopped them from their business, stopped them from working. They had like 4, 5, 6 kids, but cannot even brag of 1 naira in their pocket. Someone that can brag of 1, 2, 3 million before when they were single, but because they were not lucky to marry a good man, they are now miserable in their lives. So, in a nutshell, I would advise you pray for a good man, basically. Though I know possibility of having where to fall back to is on the high side. Like when you have your money, you get married, and you are still wise enough to not allow your husband pull you down. You can always fall back. Like you do not have to go back to your parents if the marriage perhaps did not work. You can fall back to yourself. Of course, you have a job, you have a business, you can fall back to yourself. You do not have to go back to the street begging. Do you get what I mean? I hope you do. I want to grow with my children. I want a situation where people see myself and my children and be like, is he your younger brother, or is this your younger sister, or are you sisters? Do you get? I don't want a situation where I would get married late and by 60 my children are still in their teens. Do you get what I mean? I know you can still get married early and God would test you with childlessness. Yes, you can get married. I know of people that got married 2021. They are in their 30s now and still no child. Everything is in the hands of God. All we need to do is do our part and allow God do his own part. Like we plan, for he is the best of planners. So do not say because he's the best of planners, I'll just stay and not do anything and expect him to do everything for me. You have to work on your own part, and I'll wait for him to now decide on what he wants to do for you or what is best for you. We like it or not, the society respects married women compared to single ladies. Personally, I have experienced it in school where we'll go to sign our course form or something. The lecturer will be like, NAIMA, I am not signing for you. Let me sign for these married women first. You know they are married women, so let me give them the respect they deserve. Do you get what I mean? And truly, this man will not sign for me. Everything for me as a single girl then was difficult. Everything for me as a single girl is difficult to do. I don't know if you get. I will go somewhere with my friends, and the person in charge will be like, "Let me sign for them first. Go and come back later." You have nothing to do. You have no responsibilities, obviously. As they think I have no responsibilities, so I have time to always come back to them, while the married ones do not have time to come back to them. Do you get what I mean? Even in class, the way lecturer would talk to you is different from how he would talk to a married woman. So the society has taught us or brought us up in a way that we think the married women or the married people are more responsible than the single people. Hence why people are just getting married anyhow these days. Because me too, I want to be a missus, I want to be a husband, I want to be a father, without knowing your responsibilities. You just get into the marriage and voila, childbirth. You don't even know what to inculcate in your children. You don't even know the values to inculcate in your children. In my religion, a woman needs protection, guidance throughout her life. This is why feminism is not even in Islam at all. A woman needs protection in throughout her life. She needs protection from her dad. In a point in her life, she needs protection from her husband. Whether we like it or not, a woman is not even supposed to travel without a man. Do you get? Whether her father, whether her brother, whether her husband? A woman is not supposed to travel. Like for me to travel from Kaduna to Abuja without a man with me. Like he's like a protection or a guidance to me. Islam believes a woman has a very fragile heart, like she can be deceived easily. So she needs the protection and the guidance of a man who on the other hand is strong-hearted and more reasonable than a woman. So yeah, so all of these are the reasons why I got married, or were the reasons why I got married at the age of 21. I would do it again. I would advise anybody that wants to do it to do it. We society is now trying to be woke and trying to promote what is obviously not appropriate. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, drop a comment, and see you in my next video.